Hello everyone and welcome to another Explorer video. So I've been busy trying to prep for the qualifier that's coming up this Saturday. So I've been testing out a lot of decks for Explorer. Mono Green Ramp is actually a deck that I've been considering, and that's because when I looked at some Pioneer results, it's been pretty successful there. But of course we don't have all the cards that Pioneer deck has, but the deck can function pretty well on its own even in Explorer. So let's take a closer look at the deck to see what the deck looks like. So this is Mono Green Ramp, and compared to the Pioneer list, we are missing some important pieces, especially the land Nykthos, and we're also missing Elvish Mystic, so we're playing Gilded Goose instead. We also don't have some 2-mana ramp cards, so we're playing Topiary Stomper instead, but even then, the deck is pretty functional. Topiary Stomper actually works pretty well with our Planeswalker here, Kiora, since it does give us additional 4-power creature to our deck that can also ramp, which is also a plus in our deck. So even though we don't have some of the cards in the Pioneer list, in some ways, our mid-game plan is stronger because of the Topiary Stomper. And we do also play 2 copies of Nissa compared to the Pioneer version. And Nissa actually has been pretty stellar in this deck. More 5-mana card is pretty good in the deck just because we do play 4 copies of Storm of the Festival. But the only card that we can't really replicate would be the Nykthos, which does give you mana based on devotion, which is pretty necessary in a deck like this. And we do also lose the combo with Karn and Kiora, since we can't play the artifact card that lets you constantly buy back Kiora and Karn. But that combo is kind of convoluted, it doesn't come up too often, so I think the deck is still okay. And other than that, we are playing 1 copy of Cascading Cataract just because we have Golos in the sideboard, and also Nissa being able to reanimate Cascading Cataract means that you do have a 3/3 indestructible land, and we have a single copy of Bonder's Enclave just because we have more 4-power creatures now with Topiary Stomper compared to the Pioneer version. So those are all the differences that I've named compared to the Pioneer version compared to this deck. So let's talk about why I've been considering this deck. So in Explorer, recently there's been kind of like an emergence of blue-white control decks, and this deck does deal with blue-white control deck very easily. And at the same time, I would assume people are gonna try to play some sacrifice decks, and this deck just demolishes sacrifice decks because of Karn, the great creator, being able to shut out their artifacts. So if people are gonna bring a lot of sacrifice decks or control decks, this deck does go over the top pretty easily, and at the same time, this deck does very well against Rakdos midrange as well, which is another popular deck, and Greasefang decks also gets shut down by Karn. But if people are gonna bring something like human decks, for instance, or now, I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to be bringing a lot of humans, but if people do bring a lot of human decks, then the deck can get kind of aggroed down if you don't draw like Llanowar Elf into the Troll, for instance. And if I play against a lot of mono blue, for instance, then the deck loses instantaneously. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the main board and some of the matchups of this deck. So let's move on to the sideboard to talk about some of the cards that we're playing. So first of all, we have a singular copy of Tormod's Crypt for Karn. So if you're against a Greasefang deck and you really need to cast your exile spell now on turn 3, if you curve from Llanowar Elf into Karn, you can fetch a Tormod's Crypt in response to their Greasefang. And then we play a single copy of Grafdigger's Cage against some Collected Company decks, or let's say opponents playing Luca, for instance, or Transmogrify to get something from their deck to the battlefield. Then you have the option to go Grafdigger's Cage, but it does shut down your Storm, so you do have to be careful. And we play a single copy of Pithing Needle against Planeswalkers, Wandering Emperor, Teferi, or even Omnixilis, for instance. And then you have a copy of Unlicensed Hearse. If you don't need Tormod's Crypt and you have spare mana, Unlicensed Hearse is just better. And then 1 copy of Golos. So this is a card that Karn can fetch, and then Golos can fetch the Cascading Cataract. And then we play 1 copy of Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. And against creature deck, this is probably a card that you want to take most of the times because this deals 3 damage every single turn. And then in later stages, if Karn still lives, you can plus with the Karn on the console flagship. Then you don't even have to have a creature for this card to attack. And we play a single copy of God Pharaoh Statue. And usually if you cast this, the game's gonna end. So this is kind of like a endgame spell. If you have a lot of floating mana, this is the card that you want to get. and 2 copies of Crawl Harpooner. You usually want to bring this against Mono Blue Spirits. Now, the matchup for Mono Blue Spirits is pretty abysmal, but hopefully you don't ever meet Mono Blue Spirits. And then we have a single copy of Essica's Chariot. So against control deck, you probably just want to bring Essica's Chariot onto the main board instead of the Voracious Hydra. So that's what I do usually. And then a copy of Meteor Golem. It's a flexible artifact card that removes anything on the battlefield except the land. So if you have mana to spare and you really want to get rid of something, this is something you can get with the card. And we're going to be playing a single copy of Ugin. In the games that I played, I'm about to show you guys, I actually don't have Ugin in the sideboard. Instead, I have one additional copy of Crawl Harpooner. The reason why I added Ugin is because we're ramping a lot. Against a creature deck that likes to go wide, we don't actually have an answer to that. So this is something that you can ramp into if you're playing against something like humans, for instance. And a copy of Grey Henge so that we can gain some life and draw off of all the creatures that we play. And one more copy of Voracious Hydra against a creature matchup. And a copy of Treasure Vault that you can fetch with Karn if you didn't draw a land this turn. But anyways, that's all I have to say about the deck. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the games that I played in Best of 3, Explore Event Queue, to show you guys how the deck plays. So if you are interested in taking a look at the deck and see how it plays, stick around. Otherwise, I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye. Giganta. So mono red comes to mind. Could be Sacrifice. Sacrifice would be very, very good for us because we play Karn. Okay, so it's a Sacrifice deck. Thank God I didn't have to play the Boseiju. If this is an Anvil deck, it's even better. We find Karn and we just win the game instantaneously. We do need some action though. Okay, Witch's Oven. Come on, Karn, where you at? Any Karns? Hello, any Karns? Should I play the land? I think I'm gonna pass. So the trade-off here was that if I play the land, I can play another Llanowar Elf, and it also lets my Topiary Stomper can being able to attack and block, but this is Boseiju. We might need it. Roxa. Since it's a sacrifice deck, Goose becomes a little bit worse if they do have Mayhem Devil, and Llanowar Elf is unconditional. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Into bonders. Oh, that is spicy. That is spicy. Now we can start drawing with this card. Yeah, you can't attack with that, my friend. That's pretty annoying, but we do have our attackers, so maybe it's not that bad.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Do we care about Llanowar? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is fine.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Ooh. Okay, we won. GG.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
Oh boy.
The land fights for us.
So this is the main copy, so we want to attack here. Of course, they're gonna block.
Your defiance is amusing.
Fatal push.
Stand down.
So now we're gonna grab Pithing Needle. Doesn't matter. Omnixilus. The adversary. GG. So they can't activate oven. They can't use the food. They can't Cauldron Familiar. They can't Omnixilus. And soon they're not gonna be even able to play Croxa. Even if they have another Claim the Firstborn, they can't kill the Karn here because they'd have to get the forest, but we have a blocker. Yeah, they're hovering over my forest. I think they actually have Claim the Firstborn. Another Karn! I'm gonna draw first because I'm looking for a land.
You will not.
And now I think I'm going to... Creature cards in graveyard and library can't enter the battlefield. Player can't cast spells from graveyard. I'm actually gonna grab a Tormod's Crypt. Because, yeah, I want my Storm of the Festival. Safe and sound. Let's actually put it on you. In case we get Kiora. And we're gonna plus on Boseiju.
Rise, my elemental.
Until your next end step. Attack. I'm just being really cautious with my Karn. I don't want the Karn to die. They can't do anything. Oh, I'm so stupid. My bad. I'm so dumb. Okay. Oh my god. I'm really bad right now. That should not have happened. My bad. That was really bad. I needed to Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, I needed to Tormod's Crypt there. That was really bad. Because you can't react to the escape using the Tormod's Crypt. So I needed to exile beforehand. Before they can even escape. So on their upkeep, that's what I was supposed to do. But I didn't know they had enough cards in the graveyard. I swear there were like, only like three cards there. Like they must have barely enough. That was really bad. My bad. Let's start killing their like treasure tokens and stuff.
Awaken.
Behold, nature's true power.
And since the artifact, the food tokens, and the treasures, they're 0 cost, 0 mana. If you plus on these things, they become a creature from card plussing, but because they have 0 cost, it becomes 0 toughness. So you can just like start removing these if you have Karn. This game became harder for no reason. Let's get another Karn, I guess. I don't think they can attack with their Croxa. Voracious Hydra. So that should be 7 power.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Now this is double-edged sword though, because they can claim the firstborn, but they've already used 2 claim the firstborn, so we'll have to see.
Some solutions must be built.
I'm actually gonna play super safe. I'm actually gonna pass because in case they have claim the firstborn, I do want some blockers for the Voracious Hydra because it has trample. Because I don't think I can lose from this position unless like I severely misplay. Oh, you can actually react to Takenuma putting stuff onto your hand. I didn't know that. So that game, there was no way I could have lost, so all I needed to do was play really, really safe. Do I want this against the claimed firstborn deck? Probably not. I think I'd rather have Execu's Chariot. If I have to do anything, it's probably Unlicensed Hearst main deck, but this should be fine. Okay, another fantastic hand. Karn equals insta-win, so we keep this. Considering opponent didn't have play that tabbed, meaning they don't have Thoughtseize. Now, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go Haven, even though Topiary Stomper is pretty good, but I don't want to use the food just yet with Gilded Goose. So they do play Mayhem Double. I'm gonna run out Topiary Stomper to get our land. Now we have 5 mana. They play Nissa. What should we discard here? I think it's the Haven. Ah, that's so good. That is so good. So I say more damage this way. I don't know why they didn't just kill this first. They were gonna kill this anyway, so I saved the 2 damage there, so land off the top, please. Thank you very much. So what's happening here? If I play the Nissa, playing Claim the Firstborn again. So if I play the Nissa, tap the Wolfwillow Forest.
Together, we will prevail.
That lets me play the Old Growth Troll. Now this is very scary because if they have another Claim the Firstborn, I'd be devastated. I'd be upset. Very, very upset. Don't do it. You just played it. Good. Good, good, good. Very happy with that. I think... Storm the Festival or Karn? Storm the Festival or Karn?
Let us begin. For Fencer.
Unlicensed hers? I guess I should eat it first. And then plus this.
The land shall conquer you.
Then play the Llanowar. Okay, honestly, Nissa has been just performing stellar. Maybe we should have more Nissas. Yeah, you should definitely ping Karn.
I've conquered entire plains. One
Noxious Grasp. That's pretty annoying.
My strength fades.
Actually, like, not even bad. They can't sacrifice.
by coin or carnage. Tribute is
Yeah, that's a little funny. This is the devil,
your
so
punishment
combo, wombo
is
combo
my entertainment.
with the Omnixilus. Let's plus on that.
Stand a righteous army.
I think I am just going to... attack you. Omnixilus dead.
How dare you destroy what I've built?
I don't want to ever block with that, so... Yeah, that devil needs to go. That devil needs to go.
Oh, I have a job for you.
Devil needs to go.
You are acting unwise. My retribution will be swift.
Can our opponent kill Karn? They'd have to have another deadly dispute. They would have to have another deadly dispute. Claim the firstborn? That is kind of awkward. Really? You don't attack with your devil. That's kind of weird. Oh, I can't do that. Another witch's oven. Exile 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a land to play Storm the Festival. Perfect. Should I get another Karn? It can't really like... Huh. Interesting. Topiary Stomper... For sure, I feel like. Old Growth Troll means that if they have another Claim the Firstborn, we'd be in trouble. Right now, yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna decide to go with these two.
There is great power in the feet of men.
So now I can block with hers. Uh-oh. Another double. Is leaving the battlefield considered sacrifice? I'm curious.
Next time, I'll cut
It is
you
not.
down. You work for me now, runt.
Now they unlock the thing.
Please stop. Do not pity me.
Their draws are so good. Into another deadly dispute? This is becoming a slightly annoying. Slightly, just ever so slightly. I think we pass. That's their third deadly dispute. Even if we have gone Karn, I don't think it would have changed much. Draw a card. Storm the Festival or Cavalier of Thorn. So we know 2 cards are at the bottom of our deck, right? Let's just go with this. Oh my god, we actually hit Karn. We actually did. Okay, that was very, very lucky. That was very, very lucky. Wait, did the deck shuffle? 1, 2, 3, 4? What? The deck must have shuffled. Must have shuffled somehow.
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Do I attack with the troll? I think we pass up on that. Okay, that Storm of the Festival was very, very good. Okay. Okay, I think we should win. We should be able to win here. 4, 5, 8. What can I get? Great Henge? Could be an option.
My grief fuels my mission.
Golos could be an option. Maybe we go with Great Henge. Then we pass. Because now we can storm the festival into a bunch of creatures to draw a bunch of cards. There you go. Easy matchup. So I mean, if there's gonna be a lot of if I'm gonna be expecting a lot of sacrifice decks like that in the qualifier, this would be a really good deck to bring. Pretty good hand. Could have been better if this was land or elf. Okay. Field of Ruin. Is this a mirror match except they're green red? Could be. Actually, it seems like they're a land destruction deck. No, it's probably ramp. It's probably ramp. Any lands? Old growth troll or triple gilded goose. And I'm just gonna go triple gilded goose here so I can go Cavalier of Thorns. That's a lot of geese. Opponent could be stuck on lands. I mean, okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's play the Cavalier Thorn out. And they play the Bone Crusher Giant. And I attack, they block the troll. And then I can play Stomper and then troll. I could also go double Stomper, but I think I like this better. So if we get a land, we can actually attack with the Stomper next turn. Can't attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. Okay, so looks like opponent is playing big red. I don't think we actually sideboard anything in. They're probably gonna bring some Abrade, right? Should we keep this? Kind of slow though. This is also slow. So hope we get like Topiary Stomper. Or the Troll. That's good. Sucks that our Gilded Goose died. Wait, why didn't they do that onto their... What? Why didn't they ramp? What? They could have ramped there. Because the cleansing Wildfire onto Forest doesn't do anything. Huh? Come on, opponent. Yeah, untap land would have been so good, but 4, 5, 6. Can I do both? They brought Lightning Strike? Okay, surely this is not it, right? Like,
You and I are gonna take him out.
would you like to attack with your 2/2? No? Wow. Okay. I mean, I could kill it. Can I kill it? No, I can't. No, I can't.
I will aid you. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
They're gonna block with their 2/2. I wish I had one more mana. I could like Pithing Needle here.
I am Karn. I will not lose another friend.
I will not lose another friend. Wait, I didn't play a land this turn, right? Is that worth it though? I could have grabbed the land there, but I don't think that's worth it.
Today's my lucky day.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, wow, that's wish we could have killed a Chandra there. This wouldn't have happened. Wow, we lose both. That is brutal.
There is always another fight.
That is absurdly brutal. I don't think we can Haven. Wow. We can't even kill their Kiki Jiki here, so that's pretty bad. Since we played the Boseiju. Okay, well, backs against the wall. We're losing. It's not cool. We should have grabbed a boat. Is there anything I can grab? Another Nissa? If I go Nissa... I'll have 5 mana. So they're trying to shuffle with the Field of Ruin. So that's what they're trying to do there. So we'll just take the 6 damage here. Call it a loss. And I think we have to kill the Reflection of Kikijiki. So let's do that. And we'll just pass. And if the Cavalier attacks, I am down to just... I am down to block. I'm not gonna be able to cast my Storm of the Festival in a long time, but like I don't want to deal with the 6/5 for too long. This is an interesting attack. Like they must have like a lightning strike or something. I guess. Oh, they killed a layer instead of the Wolfwillow Haven land. Wait, this is only basic lands, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. Fires of Invention. Okay, I did not expect the fires. It makes sense with Cavalier. Makes sense. Did they play anything this turn? They did not.
Bet you've never been hugged by a
That was a really good draw. That is also a really good draw. Okay, we sit. Okay, another Cavalier. Pretty lucky. Wait, they play Karn? Anger. I'm hoping opponent doesn't attack here. And why do they always have Field of Ruin? It's okay. They're just going to haste in and then give it +1, I guess. Let's see. Can I do everything next turn? I bring back Nissa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 untap with Kiora. Okay, so this can block that. Old Growth Troll can block that and that. I think that sounds good. Because they also have Field of Ruin. Can also get Meteor Golem. Probably I want Nissa back.
hands off.
I am also I'm also dying, so gotta be careful.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Cavalier, Gilded Goose for healing. Now, I think
The ocean
we'll
surges
try to
pride.
make a blocker with that
Land
if
shall
we need
conquer
to.
you.
I'm gonna eat just in case. So these have both vigilance. Here we go, opponent. Cleansing Wildfire. Is that's their third Cavalier, right? 1, 2. It was not. Their second one. So they can only cast one card now? Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Honestly, Nissa has been pretty MVP in all of these games. Like, it's quite absurd. I should have probably played a forest there. That was my bad. Mono green mirror?
I will protect the virtue of this world. The land shall conquer you.
Okay, your turn. I play my entire hand. Okay, so their deck is... I don't know. Does our deck beat them? I guess I would want Hydra. I'm not even sure about Ezeka's Chariot. I guess that's a good blocker. How good is Karn? I think I'm actually gonna cut a Karn. I do want a Ezeka's Chariot though. Gonna go down on a Goose. Okay, they kept the 7-card hand. We're going second. We don't have turn 1 play. Well, well, well. Okay, this looks exactly the same, and yeah. It's a lot worse, I'll tell you that much. We're playing against a Stompy deck. Definitely a lot worse. They also have a Collect the Company. Whew. This does not look good for me. Guess I lost? I guess. Wow. This is like, this is like, just like last game, where I had the upper hand by playing out my entire hand. Now they get to do that instead. Yeah, I mean, I mulliganed. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Okay, Goose in, because we saw that we really need a 1-mana spell against our deck. Quite a Haven. Let's go. Better. But still not that great, because if I go Topiary Stomper, then I can't go Cavalier of Thorn. So there is that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to Topiary Stomper here. But I guess that doesn't really change the clock. Yeah, that doesn't change the clock. Guess it's better to thin our deck. I was gonna draw land anyways. Maybe they're gonna be like, oh, they play Collect the Company. Nope, just JK. Damn, did they just mulligan to Collect the Company? Is that what they did? I'm gonna play Cavalier of Thorn just to like... just so that I can like block stuff. Oh, thank god I got land. So I need one more land for this Topiary Stomper to block. Please into nothing. Thank God. Wait, this card sucks. Wait, this card sucks. Wait, let me read this. When it enters battlefield, you may have a target creature get +X/+X, where X is the power of Kenra. So 6 mana, it becomes a 4/4, and then you can put the 4 attack onto something else. Yeah, there has to be a better card than this, especially in a collected company deck.